What if I told you the best business that you can start in 2025 doesn't require products, a team, or even a website? In fact, you already have everything that you need to start. Because in this new era, you are the business. Right now, everyone is scrambling to figure out what still works online. Dropshipping, Amazon FBA, crypto, AI startups, even day trading is making a comeback. But what no one is really saying is that the people who are winning in these spaces, they're not just good at the business model, they're good at building trust, they've built attention, and they've built an audience. In other words, they've built a personal brand, and that is the real unlock. Because if you have attention, you can pivot. You can launch literally anything. You're no longer guessing what works, you get to decide what works. If you're just starting out and not sure where to invest your time, energy, or ideas, this video is for you. I'm going to walk you through why building a personal brand is the most valuable, beginner-friendly business model that you can start in 2025, and exactly how to do it. Even if you're just starting with 0 followers, no niche, no idea what to post, everything in this video is broken down into 5 key parts to make this as simple and as actionable as possible. And be sure to stick around until the last part, because that's where I'll walk you through exactly how to get started step by step. Let's start with a truth that most people overlook. You already have a personal brand. Every post that you make, every story that you share, every comment that you leave, it's all shaping how people perceive you. Whether you're intentional about it or not, your digital reputation is forming. Now, let's imagine putting that brand to work. That's exactly what people like Ali Abdallah did. He started as a junior doctor, filming productivity tips in his bedroom. No studio, no big team, no clout. And over time, his content started to evolve into a multi-million-dollar business with online courses, a best-selling book, and total time freedom. But it's not just Ali. There's thousands of small creators with barely any followers pulling in tens of thousands of dollars a month by just sharing what they know intentionally. No viral hacks, no trends, just consistency, clarity, and value. And that's the shift. Stop trying to go viral. Start trying to matter. And this is exactly what I'm finally doing. I've been through college, I've built a great career in finance, but deep down, I always knew that I had more to say, more to share, more to build. Then it clicked. This is a business model that never goes out of style. You're never too late. You're never too old. In fact, the longer that you wait, the more valuable your experience becomes. I realized instead of spending another decade building someone else's dream, it was time to build my own. My voice, my story, my future. And that's why I'm starting a personal brand in 2025, to share what I've learned, to create what I believe in, to build something that's 100% mine. And here's the truth. You already have a brand. It lives on your Instagram, your Facebook, your TikTok. Even if you've never posted, people already associate you with something. So the question isn't, should I build a personal brand? It's, do I want to own it or let the internet define it for me? So you've got the voice, you've got the story. Here's how to turn that into real leverage. Once you start showing up with purpose, everything changes. You don't need ads. You don't need connections. You don't need permission, because your personal brand becomes your distribution engine. And here's how it works. You post content, you solve problems, you connect with real people, and over time, people start listening. They start trusting. They start asking you for help. That's when you introduce your first product, your first service, your first digital offer. No pitching, no spam, just value that people are already looking for. You don't need to reach everyone. You just need to reach the right people. But even with trust and attention, most people still get this next part wrong, and it costs them everything. Here's the biggest myth in online business. You need to go viral to succeed. And this is absolutely false. What you need is alignment. You need 1,000 people who trust you, not just a million who scroll past you. Would you rather go viral and get 50,000 likes, or quietly build a business that makes 10,000 a month from 300 loyal fans? One looks cool, the other one changes your life. When you niche down, you speak from experience. When you show up consistently, that's when people buy into you. And once that happens, you're not chasing income anymore. You're building an ecosystem. And if you're still thinking, is this really better than just starting a store or trading crypto? Let me show you exactly why this model wins every time. So I've researched them all. Dropshipping, Amazon FBA, crypto, freelancing, agencies, copywriting, and look, they can work. People do succeed with them, I actually tried dropshipping back in 2017 when it first blew up. I launched a jewelry brand with my brother and a women's fitness clothing brand. Trust me, it requires a lot more work than what people are making it out to be. But most of these models come with serious trade-offs. You're either spending thousands of dollars upfront before you even make a dime, waiting months, sometimes years to even break even, learning complicated systems that burn you out, or trading your time endlessly for someone else's success. Even worse, you could be doing all of that and still be invisible. Now compare that to building a personal brand. You start with you, your story, your voice, your skills. It costs almost nothing to begin with, just your time and willingness to show up. You can make your first dollar in 30 to 90 days. Your content does the selling for you. Your audience compounds over time. And here's the kicker. It's yours. No one can take your brand from you. Not a banned ad account, not an algorithm change, not a saturated marketplace, because you're not building someone else's business. You're building equity in your identity. That's why this model isn't just smarter, it's sustainable. It scales with your content, it evolves with your interests, and most importantly, it fulfills you. Because this time, you're not just building income, you're building influence, you're building community, and you're building a legacy. That's something no trend, no tool, and no tactic will ever replace. All right, so we've proven the why. Now let's break down exactly how to get started building your brand from zero. Let's say you're watching this and thinking, okay, I'm in, but where do I actually begin? Let me walk you through the exact 3-step framework that I'm using to build my personal brand step by step. Step 1, define your message. Before you post anything, you need clarity. Who are you helping? What problems are you solving? And how are you uniquely solving it? Here's a simple sentence to get you started. I help busy dads go from zero fitness routine to consistent 20-minute daily workouts without needing a gym or a diet plan. Or I help freelance designers go from low-paying gigs to 5K plus clients by building a personal brand. That sentence is your brand compass. It keeps your message focused, it gives your content direction, and it tells your audience, hey, this is exactly for you. You can tweak it over time, but you need to start with something really specific because general content gets ignored. Specific content builds loyalty. Step 2, create content that speaks directly to your person. This is where most people get stuck. They try to be perfect, viral, aesthetic, polished, but don't do that. You do not need perfect content. You need relevant content. Start by creating 3 types of videos or posts. The first one is pain-focused content. This is what your audience is struggling with right now. So speak to their fears, frustrations, desires. The second one is educational content. Teach something simple that helps them move forward. Position yourself as someone worth listening to. The third one is connection content. Show your face, share your journey, talk like a real person. This builds trust faster than anything else. You can start on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, whatever platform you need to feel most comfortable on. The key is talk to one person, not the entire internet. And don't worry if no one's watching at first. You're not just building content, you're building a skill. You're building confidence. You're building the foundation of something that scales. All right, step 3, offer value beyond the content. This is where it gets exciting. Once someone finds your content and resonates with your message, they'll want to go deeper. So give them a next step. That could be something like a free checklist or a mini guide, a Notion template, a 15-minute free training video, a simple newsletter with curated insights, or even an invite to follow you somewhere else. What matters is that you move them from a viewer to a subscriber, from a passive audience to an active relationship. This is how you build your ecosystem, your brand's behind the scenes engine. And it's also how you start monetizing. People don't buy from content, they buy from connection. And connection happens through conversations, not just views. And here's the most important part. You don't need all the pieces figured out on day one. You just need to take action. One clear message, one helpful post, one small offer. That's all it takes to start building a brand that works while you sleep. And trust me, I'm doing it with you. Behind the scenes, I've been documenting the entire process of launching my own YouTube channel, building my own ecosystem, and creating systems that serve real people, not just chase views. Everything that I'm telling you here, I'm actively applying in real time. And once you've taken those first few steps, you need a real plan to turn that content into cash flow. And I've got something for you that makes it stupid simple. So if you're serious about starting your brand, I've built something for you. It's a free 5-day email course called the Creator Ecosystem Blueprint. It's everything that I've learned from months of studying YouTube channels, online creators, and personal brands. And it's the exact same plan that I'm using to launch my own YouTube channel. Each day walks you through a critical part of the process, from building your brand message, to choosing your niche, to launching your first product, to creating an ecosystem of income that grows with your content. You'll get clear action steps, you'll get tools, you'll get real examples, and most importantly, you'll get momentum. And it's absolutely free. Just hit the first link below and I'll send it straight to your inbox. So here's what you now know. You already have a personal brand. It's just time to make it intentional. You don't need millions of followers. You need a message that matters. Your content can become your career if you stay consistent. And this business model, it's not a trend. It's a skill set that compounds with the rest of your life. So whether you're just getting started or restarting after years in another career like I did, then this is your moment. The best time to build your personal brand was yesterday. The next best time is right now. You're not too late, you're not too small, you're not too old, you're right on time. And if you start today, hit that free 5-day course below and let's build something that actually lasts.